And a good evening to you from Brunswick Community College today on YouTube. It's Dolphins Women's Basketball, brought to you, as always, by our friends at Coastal Transplants. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Big Region 10 game for your 4-4 Dolphins as they host 14th ranked and 5-0 USC Salkehatchie. Let's meet the starting lineups for Olivia Gaines and the Indians from USC Salkehatchie. As I mentioned, 5-0, 2-0 on the road, 2-0 in Region 10 play starting today. Number 0 is Mariah Agus. Number 1, Andresia Alexander. Number 5, Amari Kirkland. Number 15, Neek Wally. And number 30, Kaya Simpson. Meanwhile, for Joe Gaughan and the 4-4 Dolphins, 2-1 here at home, 0-3 in Region 10 play. It's Alexis Boyd, number 4. Amanda Barber, number 12. Number 15 is Kana Parker. Number 22, Hadia Balzer. And number 32, Alana Dunlap. These two teams meeting for the first time this season. Salkehatchie has been rolling over opponents this year. Dolphins have been rolling as well. They won 3 in a row, 4 of their last 5, and here we go. Buckle up. Salkehatchie averaging 132 points per ball game in their last 2 games, Dolphins fans. Alexander takes it to the left side. There's a corner 3 up and good. So quickly 3-zip for Salkehatchie. Dolphins winning 64-61 at Central Carolina earlier in the week. The Dolphins outshot Central 47% to 38%, plus 7 in rebounding. Dunlap had 22, Balzer 20 and 10. Catch and shoot 3 is short. Alana with the rebound, put back, and bucket. That's going to be a big key. Down low, those rebounds offensively. Dolphins going to need some extra chance opportunities. Here's Igas. Off on the mark on the 3. Dunlap with the rebound for Salkehatchie. They're coming off a 122-74 win at Denmark Tech. The Indians shot 54%. Here's Alexis Boyd in and out. They held the Cobras to 29% shooting in that game. Salkehatchie had 20 steals and 6 blocks. Mariah Igas had 42 points on 17 of 24 shooting as Alexander's too strong. Right now it's a 1-point game. Salkehatchie won both meetings last year against Brunswick. 72-46 in Brunswick and 72-44 in Salkehatchie. Igas, trouble with it. Double team on the baseline. Gets it back now from Simpson. Off on the jumper. Simpson the offensive rebound. Top of the key. Now it's Alexander. So Simpson hit a corner 3. Dunlap a bucket. Here's Igas, open look, swishes it through. Cannot leave her open. Averaging 28.3 points per ball game. Mariah is first in Division II in scoring, 9th, shooting 61%. 4 of the top 10 shooters in Division II are on the court. 3 on Salkehatchie. Dunlap is the 4th. Brunswick empty possession there. Rebound controlled by Wally. Wally coast to coast, throws it up. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound Simpson. Ball hung on the rim there. And finally collected by Brunswick. So Dolphins, like I said, they got their work cut out for them. Another tough Region 10 opponent. Dunlap travels with the basketball. This is a Salkehatchie team that forces an average of 27.8 turnovers per game against their opponents. So Dolphins cannot have possessions like they just had right there. Cannot turn the basketball over if they want to be competitive here in this one. Salkehatchie had a 104-point victory over Fayetteville Tech earlier this year. Those are just some of the stats. Got to Igas drives, called for steps as well, so she turns it over. Those 27, almost 28 turnovers a game, 4th best in Division II for USC Salkehatchie. Good to see Alexis Boyd back out there, shaken up in the last home game this weekend, able to give it a go during Central Carolina game and played well in that game. Thought Alexander was going to pull up. Instead, ball moves to Wally. Can't get it. Wally, another rebound, and Boyd collects, fighting with her own teammate there. Alexis Boyd able to collect. Looks like a couple of early subs for Joe Gaughan. Yeah, one sub, Kaylee Fleming in the game. Another steal. Out on the run, Kirkland going coast to coast, draws the foul, and will go to the line. That's another thing in a laundry list of things that Salkehatchie does well is they get to the free throw line quite a bit. 8th in Division II at 23.6 free throws attempts per game, but they're only 50th in free throw percentage, so they get to the line, and they struggle a little bit like Brunswick does from the charity stripe, as you see the first miss by Kirkland there. Kirkland's normally 90%, so she's one of the more automatic from the free throw line for Salkehatchie. First foul of the game with 6:31 to go here in this opening quarter. Salkehatchie leading it by 5. Dolphins are no strangers to teams in the top 20. Cape Fear receiving votes. They lost a close one against them. Ditto for Bryan and Stratton, who have kind of ping-ponged both of those schools. Dunlap goes glass, can't get it, but she's fouled, so she'll go to the free throw line. So Dolphins fans, yes, there is a chance here today, but they got to play a complete game. Dunlap has played so well this year. 52% at the line on the season, though, but she's been over 50% shooting in 7 of her 8 games. She's 6th in Division II, shooting 62% from the field. Missed both free throws, but rebound controlled by Brunswick. Amanda Barber pulling down the offensive rebound, and then she got fouled. Second team foul. Going to lead to a sub for Olivia Gaines in her first season at Salkehatchie. Bria Kitt coming in. Inbound goes to Dunlap. Ball deflected, and Alexis Boyd from the right block cleans it up. 7-4 in the early going. Salkehatchie averaging 108.6 points per ball game. Traveling there, yeah. Alexander, another turnover for Salkehatchie. They'll cough the ball up. Average about 16 a game, so pretty good taking care of the basketball. 16 in college is not bad. Said no coach ever, but just speaking in comparison to the other schools that I've called in the last 20 years or so. About 16 a game is pretty good number. 5:50 left to go. Boyd will inbound it. Ball deflected. Dunlap corrects, gathers, can't get it to go. Simpson the rebound. Here comes Salkehatchie into the forecourt, pushing Alexander. Kitt was cut off. It swung back over to Simpson for 3. No. Offensive rebound. Bucket is good. And Alexander goes to the line for a 3-point opportunity. So both teams with 2 team fouls nearing the midway point of the opening quarter. Alexander completes the 3-point play. 6-point lead for Salkehatchie. Presses on, over-aggressive there as Barber got hit. Thea Jennings has come into the game. Fleming and Boyd, Jennings in the backcourt, navigating against the press. Via brings it up into the forecourt, goes to the circle, to the lane, swings it back out. Now Fleming drawing contact, correction. That's not Fleming. That's Parker. So Parker, 43% at the line this season. So Salkehatchie racking up some fouls, up to 4 already. Boy, if these free throws would go down. The Dolphins have struggled all year from the charity stripe. As a team, they're shooting 49% from the free throw line. That's just not going to win you a lot of games. 1 out of 2 there. So Salkehatchie right now doubling up Brunswick, 10-5. Brunswick have won 4 of their last 5, started 0-3, currently 4-4. Winning the games you need to win to get yourself in position for a game like this. Igas off on the 3. Pushing is Jennings. Hadia Balzer back out there, takes it to the corner. Top of the key, Parker, pass deflected and intercepted. It's a steal for Salkehatchie. Alexander navigates into the forecourt. Just past the midway point here in quarter number 1, 4:42. Iggis will try another one. She's been off today. And a double dribble called there on the far side. Mariah Iggis, 43% three-point shooter, 61% shooter from the field. As I mentioned, over 28 points per ball game, 4.3 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, tied for 15th in that category, leading the nation in scoring. And if you're the Dolphins and you can limit her today, if she has an off night, your eyes get bigger because you know you got a chance then. She's got a lot of teammates, though, who can help her out. Scoop ahead to Kit, who lays it up and in. Alexander with several steals today, and the lead grows to 7 again. Andresia Alexander averages 5.2 steals per game. That's 5th best in Division II. Hadia Balzer, let's see if she can get it going offensively. The leading scorer on the team coming up short, and then a frustration. Ooh, did they call that on Salk? On the rebound there? I thought maybe they were going to get Balzer over the back. Well, either way, they didn't put a foul up, because that would have been the 5th. So 4:01 to go, quarter number 1. And the Dolphins will get an extra possession. Here's Fleming. Cayley goes around the defense and called for the offensive foul. So Brunswick will turn it back over. Doing a pretty good job defensively. Dolphins got to keep scoring, though, against this high-octane offense. Average margin of victory for Salk, 48.6. Too strong off the glass for Maury. So Shatira Maury into the game, averaging 13 off the bench. Turnaround shot, just can't get it to go. I believe that was Parker. Alexander behind the back. Alexander attacks. Now Maury missed it short again. So Salk is cold. Dolphins can't capitalize, though. Salk still leads by 7, and they're going to keep possession here on the jump ball. So Parker goes to the bench, and Amanda Barber checking back in for Joe Gaughan. Corner 3, catch and shoot. I guess, yeah, she's not going to miss them all. Buries that one from the corner, and the lead grows to 10. Got to find something offensively here if you're Brunswick. Balzer gets a space at the free throw line, bounces up, bounces in. 2:51 to go here in quarter number 1. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here tonight from my bunker in Florida. Iggis played in Florida 1 year of junior college basketball. As she misses there, offensive rebound, Maury, now a scrum for it, and another jump ball. This time Brunswick will get it back. Wally coming back in, Neek Wally checking back in for Olivia Gaines, former junior college player of the year in her first year. Another double dribble is called. Dolphins really have to guard against those turnovers here tonight. Cannot understate it enough. If you turn the ball over, Salkehatchie is going to pounce on that. Looks like Iggis, is she going to go out? I'm not quite sure. Might be a little small medical issue, maybe a little blood or something they got to patch up. Whatever the case, she's out of the game. Gilmore coming in for her. Lena Gilmore. Wally on the wing. Alexander turnaround 3. Yes. Man, with the shot clock winding down. Andresia Alexander, 49% three-point shooter, averaging 10.6 a game. Balzer, extra pass, tipped out, and another turnover. Kaylee Fleming was looking for Boyd, but throws it away. It looks like a shorter bench for Olivia Gaines today. I see just 2 subs available, so Salkehatchie traveling 7. Out to an 11-point lead. 134 remaining here in this opening quarter. And that pass too high for Maury. So Wally throws it away. Amanda Barber, Alexis Boyd in the backcourt. Hadia Balzer out on the court. Dunlap has come back into the game. Kaylee Fleming, that's the 5 for Brunswick right now. Boyd on the wing. Balzer top of the key. Dolphins looking for some offense. Dunlap traveled, yeah. If you're going to pump fake like that, you got to keep that pivot foot down. And that's not what happened there. So Salkehatchie looking for more points off turnovers here. Ball tipped out to Wally on the wing. Sends it back to Alexander. Zone for Brunswick. Attacking Alexander too strong. Stays with it and is fouled. That's 4 on Brunswick. So both teams with 4 team fouls. 53 seconds left to go. Short window for some bonus free throws for either team. Catch and shoot by Wally. Underneath it's Maury, and Dunlap able to win the battle. Boyd flies into the forecourt. Bounce pass to Fleming. Lays it up too strong. Boyd follows. Back to Barber. Misses it short. Dolphins going cold. Kit the board. So Kit has another rebound. Good defense on that possession. Dolphins contested shot. Nothing on offense, though, in the last few minutes. Kaylee Fleming takes it to the far side. Boy, this defense is just stifling Salkehatchie. Throw ahead to Alexander. On the wing, this is Wally for 3 off the back iron. 4 seconds to go, and oh boy, a foul. Kit called for the foul, and with 2.8 on the clock, Dolphins going to get some free throws, some badly needed free throws. So not a bad first quarter defensively so far for Brunswick, limiting Salkehatchie to just 18 points, and that is limiting a team that averages 108.6 and has scored 132 on average in their last 2. So you're happy with the defensive effort tonight for Brunswick. Again, the free throws not falling. There's probably 4 or 5 points off the board right there just on free throws here in this quarter. Missed another one. So opportunities being squandered, and Salkehatchie leads by 11. We've got 10 minutes in the books, folks. Timeout. We'll be back with quarter number 2 here in just a minute.
Though many areas of life still seem to be paused right now, your individual goals are not. Let Brunswick Community College help you push play on your goals, earn your degree, and get your career back in full motion. We are here for you, with personalized services to help you be successful every step of the way. 8-week classes begin March 3rd. Register today at www.brunswickcc.edu. Brunswick Community College. We're here for you.
Dolphins basketball is brought to you by Coastal Transplants. We thank them for their support. Hey, thanks everybody who's watching tonight. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Quarter number 2, Dolphins in a 3-2. Igus is back out there. Alexander stays in as well. Bucket that might have been Simpson on the far side, trying to set the Salkehatchie lineup for you here. Kit is still out there. Kirkland has returned, and Simpson. So that's the 5 in slow motion. The 5 for Salkehatchie. Kelly Fleming, Boyd, Dunlap, Barber, and Balzer. That's the 5 for Brunswick as we start quarter number 2. Dolphins down by 13, turning the ball over on just about every possession so far tonight. Brunswick has been sloppy, and that does not bode well. Salkehatchie have won the last 3 against Brunswick. Last win for Brunswick in this series was in 2019 on the road by 12. Catch, shoot, Igus swishes in another 3. She is something. Minute into this. Correction, that was Kit who made the 3. My apology. I thought it was Igus in the corner. It was Igus. I have that wrong. I stick with your guns. Here's Kit underneath off another turnover. 25-7. Boy, we still have Cape Fear. We still have Bryan and Stratton. Those are 2 good teams. We've seen Catawba. I don't know. I like this Salkehatchie team against that Catawba team. This team is stifling. Another steal. Igus lays it up and in. And Joe Gaughan has got to stop this. Timeout. Just about 2 minutes in. We're going to keep it right here. Mariah Igus played junior college basketball a couple seasons ago and then had the honor of becoming a mom. And I'm not totally sure her story, if she took a year off because of that or took some time off. But she averaged over 20 a game at a junior college in Florida. And boy, that year off, getting to spend that time with her newborn, what a great opportunity. But I know she's glad to be back on the court, and she is tearing it up. 28.3 points per ball game. This Salkehatchie sophomore has a lot to offer. I don't know if she's going to go the 4-year route or what she wants to do with her life, but boy, look out if you're a 4-year school and you're playing against her somewhere next year. Parker is, let's see, we don't see any changes. Yeah, Parker is back in for Fleming, so that is the one change. Parker wasn't out to start, and we're going to get a foul called here on Alexander. Brunswick, I'm trying to remember the last time they scored in this game. It was pretty close early on. Here's another steal by Alexander. Alexander over 5 steals a game. What a dime. What a dime to Kit. Oh, man. Drew the eyes of the defense. Here's Dunlap spinning, coming up short. Dolphins cannot buy one. Alexander into the forecourt, top of the key, swings it out. Igus, beautiful form. I mean, that shot is just beautiful to watch. 32-7, just like that. Dolphins doing okay against the press. They're turning the ball over in the forecourt. Nicely done there, and that ends a long scoring drought. Dunlap has been most of the offense. They have not gotten much from anybody else. Another bucket for Salkehatchie. Excuse me, folks. This is not ESPN, so I don't have somebody. I'm trying to look up the last time the Dolphins, before that Dunlap bucket, were able to score. And another steal and run out. Kit collects. So it was 10-5 with about, let's see here. It's 10-5 at the 4:40 mark of the first quarter. So since then, 26-4 has been the run here for the Indians, and they're looking for more, and I'm trying to keep up with them. It gets another bucket, 38-9. If you're the Dolphins here, you got to weather this storm. You know, with Joe Gahan team, they're going to keep fighting hard, keep playing hard. We saw that against Catawba. You know, it was a blowout, but the players were still diving for balls, doing the little things. Just this is another level, though. I've seen this before. There's a small college tournament I used to do in Missouri, and there's a team, Arlington Baptist, who plays very similar to the way that I'm seeing USC Salkehatchie play, and they're around 100 points a game, and they put up those crazy numbers, and Dunlap is doing her part. Shout out to you, Alana. It's a tough night, but she is balling out there. Top of the key, Kirkland splits the defense, and Kit goes in and out. Something goes wrong, but then they steal it right back. Kirkland thought she was going to get contact, didn't. Simpson able to save it, takes it to the corner. Kirkland swings it to Kit. Kit, hot step, too strong. And another putback attempt, this time by Wally. She is fouled. Whew. This is... Olivia Gaines, y'all are keeping me on my toes here tonight. Timeout by Brunswick. We will step aside. 5:17 to go here in the half. And all Salkehatchie right now. Dolphins basketball is brought to you by Coastal Transplants. There's a look at the upcoming broadcast schedule, and yeah, the road does not get easier. Cape Fear on Wednesday, later that weekend, Bryan and Stratton and Spartanburg Methodist, and on the 20th against Central Carolina. So these are three really tough games right now for the Dolphins, trying to weather this storm. They came in on a 3-game losing streak as Wally, 80% free throw shooter, gets the first and the second as well. Dolphins held Salkehatchie to 18 points at the end of the quarter. 22 already, just about halfway through here in quarter number 2. Another throw ahead. Kit stripped. Boyd hustling. Fleming back in there trying to go for the steal. I always do that to poor... I know Parker's family's out there just smacking their heads every time I do that. Sorry, y'all. That was Parker diving for it. Angel Stevenson has also come into the game for Brunswick. So for Brunswick right now, it's just a tough stretch in a very strong region. Parker on the far side. Now Stevenson throws it to Dunlap in the forecourt. Parker, Dunlap, Stevenson, Boyd, zone for Salkehatchie. Looks kind of like a matchup zone there as Dunlap misses it, and it's last touch by Brunswick. So 4:35 left to go, 42-11. Olivia Gaines taking over for Glenn Mayo at Salkehatchie. Glenn now the head coach of the men's team. And I mentioned a good former college player herself at Lewisburg. She won a national championship in 2013, was also a player of the year in the country. Salkehatchie missing some buckets, but it works out for him as Wally connects in a foul. So Wally back at the line. Looks like Dunlap's going to get a breather here. Ariel Chambers checks into the game. All the starters except for Alexander are in. It's Igas, Kirkland, Wally, Simpson, and Kit. Did they give her 2 free throws there? Didn't she get the bucket? Am I the only one that noticed that? Did they give her 2 free throws? Or was that 1 free throw and my scoreboard was wrong? Yeah, I think they're talking about it right now at the scorer's table. They gave her 2 free throws. Come on, the home refs. It's 44-11, and we're giving Salkehatchie extra points. All right, they take a free throw off. I'm just saying, if Brunswick, you got to avoid that check if the refs are going to give this Salkehatchie team more points. I mean, come on. Make sure that check is no good. They can't cash that one. Off the bench, Chambers with the mid-range shot. So Ariel from Mint Hill connecting. I can't believe it. Turnaround shot and a foul, so Maury's going to go to the line. 43 on the board already. Yeah, let's give him an extra free throw, says the Zebras. That's not right. That can happen in Salkehatchie. I get it if it happens. You can't have that on your home court. You can't have it. Nice job, though, by the officials. I kid them because it's fun for me to do that, but nice job by them correcting that mistake. So Maury gets 1 out of 2. Boyd brings it into the forecourt. Chambers on the wing. Let's see if we can get Balzer going. Instead, she's going to get it back. Too strong. Ball deflected. That was actually Boyd taking that shot. My apologies. What do we get here? A tie-up? Jump ball possession arrow will favor Brunswick. We've got 3:20 to go in the half. And the Dolphins, who had 5 points, 6 points here in the quarter, are up against it. Another bucket by Chambers, who's off the bench, shooting the mid-range jumpers well, this time from the baseline, 44-15, Salkehatchie. Kirkland into the forecourt. Igas, double pump, drawing the foul there. So Mariah will go to the line, 63% free throw shooter. Salkehatchie team put up a season-high 142 against Fayetteville Tech. They won that game by 104 points. Fourth team foul on Brunswick, by the way. 3 on Salkehatchie with 3:03 to go. 1 out of 2 at the line. Skying his Kit for the rebound and traveled with the basketball. Angel Stevenson took it away, but doesn't matter. It's a turnover. Parker Boyd Stevenson in the backcourt, Balzer and Chambers on the court right now. Boyd went coast to coast, couldn't get it. Off the deflection, no whistle there. Boy, they let a lot of contact go. Parker loses it out of bounds, partly because she had a defender on top of her back, but no whistle there. So Salkehatchie will get it back. Kit, Kirkland, Simpson to Maury. Maury had it blocked. Nice defense. Boy, Ariel Chambers and Dunlap have been two bright spots today for Brunswick. Chambers has come off the bench and played well on both ends of the basketball. Both ends of the court, I should say. Pass intended for Maury, deflected, taken away. Stevenson credited with the steal. And then another turnover by Brunswick. Dolphins a good team forcing turnovers as they get a steal. Here they're top 18 in steals per game. Double-digit steals in 6 of 8. They've done that pretty well here today, too. Taking care of the ball has been a problem. Alexis Boyd attacks and drawing contact as Maury was looking for the block. Instead, Alexis will go back to the line. Missed a couple earlier. 56% free throw shooter, Alexis Boyd from Raleigh. Krishima, glad to be with you here tonight. We will have all the remaining home games for you on the ladies' side. So Boyd banks it. 2:04 to go until halftime. Boyd toes the line. 1 out of 2. Brea kite all over, it seems like, around the ball. Doing a nice job on that rebound. Maury from Igas. Ball deflected, and A for effort from Ariel Chambers there, who tried to save it, tried to come up with the steal. Again, it's those little things you want to see your team. It's 45-16, and sometimes the mind, this is another game in a condensed season, and your mind might start to shut down, but Dolphins staying engaged. Igas from the free throw line got that one, 47-16. Boyd into the forecourt, so almost 30 points, 29 here in the quarter. Put on the board by Salkehatchie. They get another stop here. Kirkland into the forecourt. Igas in the corner, and she is fouled. So 1:24 left to go, and free throws to come for Mariah. Nope, no free throws. Might have been a deflection. Couldn't have been a foul. Kit, that is a foul by Chambers. Brea, 47% free throw shooter, averaging 11.4 points per ball game, shoots 53% from the field. Good on that free throw. This is a Salkehatchie team that has scored over 100 in 3 of their last 4 games. And they're close to that number, at least halfway through. They're on their way. Boyd attacks again. Rebound controlled by Wally. Throw ahead goes to Kirkland, who scoops it up and in. Inside a minute to go here in the half. The second quarter has been forgettable for Brunswick as Skylar Fleming comes into the game, turns it over. So Skylar, Chambers, Stevenson, Parker, and Boyd are the 5 right now for Joe Gaughan's team. So you've got the number 14 team in the country here today for Brunswick, and the next 2 teams receiving votes in the top 20 poll. That's Bryan and Stratton and Cape Fear. Attacking Parker, she'll go to the free throw line. Kana, 43% from the charity stripe. Boy, Dolphins 42 seconds, and they have 17 points. This defense for Salkehatchie. We talked in the early going about their offense, but the offense is a product of their defense, really. A well-oiled machine. Simpson traveled, I believe. Yeah. So 1 second difference between game and shot clock. Brunswick will be navigating against the press here. Chambers into the forecourt. Boyd splits the defense, swings it out to Parker. Back to Chambers. Way too strong. Rebound by Simpson. Simpson will bring it into the forecourt. 10 seconds to work with. Swings it over to Igas, and she's fouled on a 3 with 5.5. More free throws to come. So Mariah, I believe, at the line for 3 here, yeah. Unless her foot was on the line. We'll see. Both teams have been in the bonus. Well, I guess foot was on the line, so gets the second one to rim in. 5.5 to work with here for Brunswick. Gilmore back out there. Skylar Fleming, 3 seconds. And trying to beat it, but unable. The Dolphins coming up short. So Salkehatchie starts cooking with grease in the second quarter. They score 52 in the first half, holding the Dolphins under 20. And your halftime score, 14th ranked Salkehatchie, looking to go to 6-0 and well on their way, leading at 52-18. We'll take a halftime break, come back in 15 minutes, bring you the second half play-by-play after this.
Hello, my name is Walter Shaw. I am the director of the Health and Fitness Science program at Brunswick Community College. Please come with me as we explore the world of health and fitness science.
Dolphins basketball is brought to you by Coastal Transplants. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you, ladies. With some work to do, it's 52-18, all Salkehatchie at the start of the third quarter. Glad to be back with you. Salkehatchie gets it first here in quarter number 3. Catch and shoot for Igus off the back iron. Follows her miss and is fouled. Brunswick kept it close for about 5 minutes. About midway through the first quarter is when Salkehatchie slowly started to go up double digits. Dolphins did hold them to 18 points at the end of one quarter, but they opened up the floodgates in the second quarter. Brunswick throwing the ball away has been part of the problem here tonight. Alexander from Wally. Extra pass, Igus lays it up in the lane. Salkehatchie comes in 5-0. They're 2-0 here on the road, 2-0 in Region 10 play. Dolphins 4-4, 2-1 at home, and winless so far in Region 10 play. Brunswick on a 3-game winning streak. They won 4 out of 5 coming into play. For Salkehatchie, they're averaging in their last 2 games alone 132 points per ball game, shooting 55% from the field coming into play. So they're on a red-hot streak and a great start to the season. And the coaching career for Olivia Gaines, who's been an assistant for a little while, I think coached some high school. An assistant maybe at the Division II level, I believe. I mentioned in the first half, really good former junior college player herself, national champion, player of the year back in 2013 with Lewisburg. So knows the region, knows what the NJCAA is all about, and trying to put her players in position to go to those 4-year schools. Good ball movement there for Brunswick. Stevenson getting the second half start. Connects on that bucket. Stevenson via Jennings is out there. Kana Parker, Boyd, and Dunlap. The 2 bigs today for Brunswick, Dunlap and Chambers, have played well. I don't think Hadia Balzer has scored in this game. Alexis Boyd, little turnaround jumper is good. That's why it's so important for Brunswick to win those winnable games. Dolphins taking care of business in their last 3. Feeling good about themselves and up against it here today, but you take the good with the bad. Simpson can't get it to go. Parker had trouble. Now she's down. Boyd throws it up and in, and they're going to stop. It looks like Parker is shaken up. Able to shake it off, I should say, and so that's good news. Tough stretch for Brunswick. Salkehatchie 14th in the most recent NJCAA Division II poll. Salkehatchie is 14th. It's hard to believe there's 13 other teams better than this one, but the polls don't always tell the tale. Alexander has like 20 steals already. She gets another one. Can't get the bucket. Simpson on the putback is fouled. So Kaya Simpson, how about her stats? 9.4 points, 10th in field goal percentage in Division II at 61. 4th in three-point shooting at 71. She started the game with the 3, but we haven't seen her shoot a ton of three-pointers today. This is a deep team, and it looks like they only traveled with 7 or 8 players today. But normally a pretty deep team for Olivia Gaines. Players who see a lot of action, much like Joe Gaughan's team. Yet another turnover. Simpson, getting underneath Wally, puts it up and in. That ball deflected, taken away by Kit. Kit can't get it to go. Tip for the rebound. Chased down by Brunswick. So Brunswick will put this one right in the garbage after tonight and then regroup for Wednesday when they host Cape Fear. The following Sunday on the 7th of March, they host Bryan and Stratton. And those were winnable games on the road for Brunswick, so expect closer efforts. Two very good teams again coming to Brunswick on Wednesday and then the following Sunday after that. Dolphins will then go on the road to Fayetteville Tech. Taking their lumps today. Wally gets another one to go. 63-24, 6:19 to go in quarter number 3. Dunlap skying for it. Nice anticipation by Igus. Throws it ahead Kit. Kit tries to save it. Parker trying to steal it away, but she was out of bounds. Igus will inbound it now with 6:01 on the clock. And there might be an issue with the shot clock here. They're going to set it at 23. Alexander underneath Kit. Surveys against the zone. Bucket is good. She is fouled. And she'll go to the line, try to complete an old school 3-point play. Freya forcing the third team foul already on Brunswick here. 4 minutes, 3 seconds in quarter number 3. Via Jennings, boy, they cannot take care of the basketball. And more fouls as frustration starts to set in for the Dolphins. Igus is going to go to the line. Remember what I said about a running clock? Dolphins players would sign up for that right now. This is going to be a tough last 15, 16 minutes. It's frustrating because it's a physical game, so you're constantly facing contact, and that alone causes your emotions to rise, and then you're turning the ball over pretty much every play. Ava Dawick will come into the game. Ariel Chambers, good minutes in the first half, especially in that second quarter for Chambers. She's back out there for Joe Gahan's team. Jennings, good ball movement here. Dawick got it to Chambers, couldn't get it to go. Dawick, bad positioning underneath, and extra pass leads to a bucket there for Brunswick. That was Boyd on the assist via Jennings, I believe, with the bucket. Oh, boy. Bad anticipation there. Then Chambers fouls. And I believe that's bonus time for Salkehatchie, and we are early still in this. Well, we're about the midway point of this third quarter. So Kit at the line. Alexander back to the bench. Kirkland checks back in. Kirkland started the game. Kit started in her place in the second half as she swishes in the free throw. I mean, we've seen Catawba and we've seen Salkehatchie, and let me just say, I love Tisha England, and I wish I knew this during that game, but she was wearing Wonder Woman Chuck Taylors. And I'd have loved to get a shot of those shoes, but that aside, we've seen Catawba, now we've seen Salkehatchie, and it's certainly wouldn't surprise me if those were the two teams playing in the championship. Of course, Lewisburg, Cape Fear, Bryan and Stratton, They're all good teams and all going to have their say as well as Alexis Boyd gets to the line. So that's the second team foul on Salkehatchie. Indians are in the bonus over the final 5:03 of this one. Alexis will shoot 2 here. Simpson out. Shatira Mori checking into the game. Simpson picking up that foul on her way to the bench. This is a Dolphins team. Normally averages a little over 25 field goal makes per game. Right now they have 26 points midway through the third quarter. And again, that's a credit to the defense for Salkehatchie. Indians holding their opponents to an average of 60 points per game. Average margin of victory is 48.6. They won a game by 104 points earlier this month. Maury had it blocked. Good defense there by Brunswick. And if you're Joe Gaughan, what you're looking at now is, okay, who's still out there giving me effort? Those are the players that you look at. Here's Parker, deep 3, missing it short, and Salk will let it go out of bounds. 4:28 left to go. Indians will get it back. So Salkehatchie is in the top 5 in most offensive categories. First in points per game. This is nationally in Division II in the NJCAA. First in points per game. First in field goal makes at 41.8. First in field goal attempts, 84.8 attempts per game from the field. Second in field goal percentage. Third in three-point makes at just under 10 a game. And fifth in three-point field goal percentage. That's just about all of it. There aren't many more offensive statistics to tell you about, really. These officials are going to have to start to let some of this stuff, ticky-tack stuff, go, or we're going to be here all night. Like, come on. Brea Kip will go to the line. Another reach. Here's the one thing I've learned. This is year 4, year 5 maybe, at Brunswick. I know the second half is always going to be longer in the first half. If you go back, we have every game archived on YouTube. Ava Dawick, easy 2. Nice movement of the basketball there for Brunswick. If you go back and you look at all of those games, there will be more foul calls in the second half. Every one of them. It's 100%. So I know, okay, if the first half took an hour, we're looking at an hour 30 at least. There's another one. Maury will go to the line every single game. And I was curious. I only did one women's game before this year, so I was curious to see if that dynamic was there in the women's game as well, and it is. They are consistent in that fashion. It's across the different groups of officials that we have. There are always more calls in the second half than the first. Gilmore's come in for Salkehatchie. All right, let's see if we can go one possession without a whistle. Turnaround jumper is good by Amanda Barber, so the offense starting to pick up. Obviously too little too late for Brunswick, but right now your mind is starting to go to Cape Fear on Wednesday. And okay, you want to get some momentum here in this second half. Start making some shots, get some players who struggled in the first half going, and start to feel good about something out of this game. Gilmore attacks, got the bucket to go. 3:15 to go in quarter number 3. Kaylee Fleming out there. Fleming gets it back, facing a triple team, throws it ahead to Chambers. Catch and shoot 3 by Barber is off the back iron, and we're going the other way on the rebound. So more free throws to come. I mentioned it in the first half. This Salkehatchie team is good at getting to the free throw line. And this time it's Shatira Mori, 62% free throw shooter. 13 and 8 off the bench is her averages. Set the 5 for Brunswick. It's Ava Dawick and Amanda Barber alongside Via Jennings. That's the backcourt with Kaylee Fleming and Ariel, or excuse me, I said Jennings already, as Jennings goes to the bucket, so I forgot about Ariel Chambers, and that's the 5 right now. Short bench for Salkehatchie. They have Igas, Kirkland, Wally, Maury, and I believe Kit is the other player. Nope, Kit's on the bench. Who am I missing? I'm missing Gilmore. That's the 5 for them. Hey, how about this? Another foul is called. Mariah Igas at the line. If you're just joining us in the first half, I mentioned she is the nation's leading scorer at 28.3. Ariel Chambers has fouled out. If you foul a player out in the third quarter, you are calling too many fouls. That should never happen. So Dunlap, who played well in the first half, comes back in. Really, we haven't seen a lot of Balzer in the second half. But as far as size goes, Chambers at 6'3". Dunlap's the only other 6-foot player. Balzer plays bigger than 5'10", though. So Dolphins going to have to recognize that Salkehatchie is looking to draw contact here, and the officials are not giving anybody a break, so Jennings bounced past to Dunlap, and that pass off the mark. Igas unable to save it, so Brunswick will get it back with 2:20 to go here in quarter number 3. Jennings to inbound it, and that ball deflected, and Dunlap able to save. Barber on the wing. Top of the key, Via Jennings, foot inside the arc. Can't get it to go. Scrum for the rebound. Dunlap comes up with it. Stepping into another 3 is Barber. Fleming tried to tip it, but coming up with it, Wally. Kirkland. And the layup is good by Igas. 76-32. Fleming to Dunlap. Beautiful pass by Kaylee Fleming as Dunlap scores. That was threading the needle there. 1:31 left to go. Catch and shoot 3. Wally can't get it. Rebound via Jennings. Jennings will push. Jennings, ball deflected and taken away. Kirkland. She had Gilmore all alone running out. Got fouled instead. So Jennings will sit down. And Skylar Fleming joins her sister out on the court. No foul, just a tip out of bounds. So they'll stay with Salkehatchie, but no free throws as Kirkland brings it into the forecourt. Igas, try another 3, can't get it, and an offensive rebound foul called on Gilmore. Surveying against the press, Brunswick. Throw ahead goes to Fleming on the reverse. Got it to go. Kaylee Fleming with a nice bucket. And again, these are all momentum builders. That's what you're looking for right now if you're Brunswick. Couple nice offensive sequences Can't leave Igas open, though. She buries another triple. So the team that averages 108 points per ball game gets another steal. Igas down to Kirkland, bucket and foul. Let's look at happier memories, shall we? Go back and take a look at some of the nice offensive plays. How about the dime first by Fleming? Beautiful pass. And Dunlap is the recipient. And then more Callie Fleming to come. Out on the run. Count the bucket. Nice job here in this third quarter by Callie Fleming. Free throw no good. Igas got the rebound, couldn't get it, but cleaning it up is Wally, and that is one thing. If you're Joe Gaughan, you could forgive some of these turnovers against the stifling press. You can't forgive another foul here. That's going to send Kirkland to the line. You can't forgive a free throw shooter getting a rebound. That is a number one pet peeve of college coaches everywhere. So Omari Kirkland at the line, 90% free throw shooter on the season. $85-36. Tuesday, the Salkehatchie will be at Fayetteville Tech, who they beat by 104 earlier at home. Boy, the Dolphins just have not done well against this press. Simpson trying to beat the clock. Can't do it, but that's about all that's gone wrong for Salkehatchie here tonight. 85-36. 10 more minutes, folks. Come on back for quarter number 4 here in just a minute.
Though many areas of life still seem to be paused right now, your individual goals are not. Let Brunswick Community College help you push play on your goals, earn your degree, and get your career back in full motion. We are here for you, with personalized services to help you be successful every step of the way. 8-week classes begin March 3rd. Register today at www.brunswickcc.edu. Brunswick Community College. We're here for you.
Dolphins basketball brought to you by Coastal Transplants. Thanks to them and all of the important work that they do in eastern North Carolina. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Driving is Ava Dawick, had it blocked, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Salkehatchie. As you can see, Salkehatchie has been in control for wire to wire, I believe. I don't think the Dolphins ever led. If they did, it was early on. Trying to look, there's 2 games between Catawba and Salkehatchie later this year. That will be on the 16th of March and the 31st of March. The first game for Salkehatchie is on the road, and then they're at home. Those are going to be 2 interesting games. There's a lot at stake in the regular season this year. These teams, because of COVID, basically the higher seed hosts in the tournament. So there's no neutral location like there normally is. It's the highest seed hosts. So that makes those 2 games very interesting. Dunlap is on the court. Kaylee and Kylie Fleming, both of those ladies out there. Barber and Dawick, that's the 5 for Brunswick. The turnover numbers today are not going to be good. This will be a box score that gets thrown in the garbage, most likely. It's one of those forgettable games for the Dolphins, and Like I said, in the third quarter, you're looking for momentum builders at this point. You're looking for a few players to get it going. Some bright spots today. We've seen some good passing and offense from Kaylee Fleming. Chambers in the first half came off the bench, hit some shots. She fouled out here in the second half. Dunlap played well early on as Brunswick tried to hang around. So those are some positives. But these steals, I mean, you have got to take care of the basketball better than this. Kirkland with another steal. And Brunswick has just not figured out the press. This time they do. Dunlap with an easy two. Thought it might be too strong, but able to get it to go. So Dunlap first bucket here in the second half as she's on her way to double figures in scoring. The bad news, as well as Wally with the triple, is Salkehatchie's only got like 8 active players today. So their starters are going to be in. At least 40% of them will be in at all times. Barber stepping into a three, coming up short. Rebound by Wally. Kirkland throws it ahead to Simpson. Simpson with the fake, but she shuffled her feet, they say. So 8:15 left to go in the ball game. Turnover gives it back to Brunswick. Salkehatchie, I mentioned they're on the road again on Tuesday at Fayetteville Tech. And then it's a back-to-back on the road Wednesday. They visit Bryan and Stratton, which should be a good game. And then they host another good one, Lewisburg. That'll be on the 6th of March. Brunswick has their next 2 at home. It's Cape Fear on Wednesday and the 7th, Bryan and Stratton. So the road doesn't exactly get easier for Brunswick. Good minutes for Kaylee Fleming. She goes to the bench. Kana Parker coming back into the game for Brunswick. Dunlap back at the line. Got them both. Brunswick's in the middle of a 7-game in 10 out of 10 home stretch. 3 of the next 4 at home, including this one here today. Good defense there by Brunswick. Can they come up with the steal? No, as Simpson wrestles it away. I believe they're going to call a jump ball here, though. Gilmore in, Iggis, Simpson, Wally, and Kirkland, I believe, are the 5 right now. Kirkland's on the bench. Who am I missing here? Well, we'll see it. Oh, it's Alexander, of course. Okay, Alexander back in. So 7:45 left to go. Brunswick's got Skylar Fleming, Parker, Lotka, Barber, and Dunlap. That's the 5 for Coach Joe. Another steal. Blocking foul is going to be called here. Why is that a blocking foul and not a charge? You have to give the player room to be able to turn and make a quote-unquote basketball move. Iggis follows her miss, takes it to the bucket, and scores. Iggis is a sophomore. Alexander, a sophomore. Kitts, a sophomore. A lot of sophomores on this team that would be good additions to a lot of 4-year programs. Brunswick only has a couple sophomores, Parker and Boyd. Mentioned it in the first half that Iggis was out of basketball for a year, averaged 20 a game at a junior college in Florida. And gets both free throws here. 94-40. Both teams with 2 team fouls. They have called it tight. Dolphins doing a much better job. Good ball movement. That's what you want to see. The shot doesn't go, but really nice ball movement there for Brunswick, and they're just a little over-aggressive now. That's their third team foul already. That's 4 on Skylar Fleming. But much better sequence moving the basketball there for Brunswick. Yeah, you wish the shot would go down, but this is practice, basically. We are in an extended practice here when the score gets like this, and Dolphins working on some things against the press, trying to figure it out for the next game. Good defense there. Parker, pull up, off the back iron. Flying in for the rebound was Lotka. And that 3 is pure. Parker triples. Again, unselfish play, team basketball, good ball movement. Shots are going to go down more often than not when you're open like that. That jumper short by Simpson, and ball deflected out off Simpson, so it'll stay with Brunswick. Stevenson checking back into the game. Dunlap's going to go to the bench. I think I would hate to be a coach in a locker room after a loss like this. I'm not sure what you tell the team. I'm not good with those kinds of things. I'm the goofy, well, you've watched enough of these games already to know exactly who I am. Not the kind of person to deal with a 50-plus point loss. I could tell you that. I'd say, well, it can't get any worse, ladies. I mean, I would make it worse probably. I'm not even sure as a coach, do you even look at the tape? I mean, you got to do better against the press because you know that's going to be coming down the road. There's other Region 10 teams that do like to press. So maybe you look at it from that standpoint, but for the most part, I wouldn't tell my players to watch this. I'd say, look, it's over. On to the next one. The sooner you forget, the better it is. Gilmore comes out, Kit back in. So Kit, Alexander, Igus, Wally, in and out on that 3, and Simpson. Offensive rebound by Kit. She is always around the basketball. If you're a 4-year and you're looking for a player who's all around the basketball all the time, it's Brea Kit. I mean, a ball of energy off the bench. Really good player. She doesn't have the same stat lines, although she is a double-figure scorer. Blocking foul called there. Parker doing a nice job. Did they call that offensive? No, that's a block. That's a block. Okay. I'm about to bounce the check again. Laka can't get it to go, but again, good ball movement. Looking much smoother against the press here in this fourth quarter. I guess Alexander and miscommunication there. Past the midway point in quarter number 4. 94-43. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here tonight. Looks like we're going to stop for time, so we will step aside. Quick look at the upcoming broadcast schedule. Again, back-to-back home games after this one. Be off until Wednesday. A couple men's games between now and then, I believe. Laka into the forecourt. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Just past the midway point of quarter number 4. Dolphins are going to have their win streak snapped. They're going to fall to 4-5, and Salkehatchie will stay undefeated. They'll improve to 6-0 and 3-0, more importantly, in Region 10 play. Underneath, Kit can't get it to go, stays with it, and volleyballs it in. Salkehatchie came in averaging 108.6 points per ball game, best in Division II. They're going to be right about that average here tonight. Kit on the run out. Nice pass by Simpson off the steal. Stevenson. Lotka, yes. Rachel Lotka from Fort Mill connecting on her first bucket. So some bench players getting into the books. You like to see that. Nice defense and steal there by Skylar Fleming. She has numbers. Attacking, unable to score that time was Parker. 3:39 to go. Here comes Alexander over to Simpson. Fakes the 3. Runner is short. Simpson rebound, and they call for time. Salkehatchie calls timeout. 3:28 left to go. We'll be back. Dolphins basketball brought to you by Coastal Transplants. Getting late in this one, Shatira Moore has come into the game, missing that jumper. Fleming with the rebound. Looks like both Fleming sisters are going to close this one out. It's Skylar and Kaylee in the game. Stevenson has come back in. Lotka remains out there, and who else? Who am I missing? Parker. That's the 5 right now for Brunswick. So we're inside 3 minutes to go. Boy, Kirkland does not quit. Kirkland does not quit. Another steal for her. Kit can't get it. Kirkland, offensive rebound. Fadeaway is no good. Guess what? She follows it again. Another offensive rebound for Kirkland. Alexander draws contact. She'll go to the line for 2. Amari Kirkland came in averaging just 1.6 steals. She's gotten a little extra run here tonight. Andresia Alexander, who's at the line, is 5th in steals per game in the nation with 5.2. As a team, Salkehatchie averages 19.6. That's 3rd in the nation. They have to be over that. They have to be well over that. There was a stretch in the 3rd quarter where it seemed like the Dolphins turned it over 5 or 6 straight times on steals. One more to the century mark, 99-45 for Salkehatchie. That ball deflected. Skylar Fleming was looking for Via Jennings, who's back in the game. Gilmore checks back in. Wally is out. Not sure if Gilmore scratched in the first half or not. If so, she would be the only one, I believe, who hasn't yet for Salkehatchie. Fleming to Fleming. This is Skylar for 3 off the mark. Rebound by Kit. Alexander flies into the forecourt. Alexander right around defense. That was poor transition defense there. 101-45. Now a throwaway. Pull-up Alexander, can't bank it. Offensive rebound Kirkland. Offensive rebound Gilmore. Her shot was blocked. Staying with it, Kit can't get it to go. And I am running out of air. Kirkland takes it away. Here is Gilmore. Swings it out to Kit. Kit from the free throw line. Yes, it's good. Jennings throws ahead. Stevenson back in there. 1:32 to go. Kaylee Fleming back out. Stevenson from the half circle. No good. Rebound. Alexander throws it ahead. Here's Gilmore. Laying it up and in for the easy 2. Kaylee Fleming attacks. Open look for Stevenson. And an air ball. Kirkland and Kit. Kirkland's around the ball a lot, too. Dolphins have stopped getting back on defense. Salkehatchie is running. They don't care if there's 52 seconds left in this game. They are playing from start to finish. 107-45. A dominating wire-to-wire performance here for the Indians, who are 14th ranked and will likely move up. Here's a steal by Fleming. Bucket no good by Kaylee. Kaylee stays with it. It was Skylar missing. Kaylee got it to go and the foul with 30 seconds left. So Kaylee Fleming trying to complete an old school three-point play. Gets it to go. How did Denmark Tech get 74 against this team? That's my question. Salkehatchie will dribble it out. There's about a 0.2 of a second difference between the game and shot clock, and if there's any mercy in the souls of these officials, they will just let those 0.2 expire. As you can see here, Salkehatchie doing the classy thing and playing it out. So the Indians will win. They will go to 6-0 on the season as the clock hits 0 and the game comes to a close. I'm not sure if they're going to count that bucket or not, but I'm going to have the score as 107-48. That's your final. So once again, Dolphins, their 3-game win streak comes to a close. They'll be off until Wednesday. It's Brunswick and Cape Fear, always a fun rivalry game. Dolphins fall to 4-5, losing today 107-48. Folks, enjoy the rest of your week, your weekend, and we'll talk to you again on Wednesday against Cape Fear. Until then, have yourself